Supernatural Season 13, Episode 22, Exodus. So, this is the episode before the grand finale this year, and it was a pretty good episode. It certainly didn't go the way I was expecting, with them actually having all the people, at least from that camp, obviously not the whole alternate Apocalypse world, but all the people from that camp, including alternate Bobby. I don't know if that means he's back in the show. I doubt it. Oh, that'd be sweet, but I won't get my hopes up. They might even kill him. I don't know how they'll do the whole like him in every season thing if they do that, but we'll find out. Um, but yeah, that was a cool way to end it. I thought that was really interesting. Jack actually talking to Lucifer. I love that. I thought that was actually really cool because I'm like, what is gonna happen here? Because he wants to know about his dad. That's how the episode really kicked off. It was like, all right, we're your family. You know, Cass says like, we're your family. We're honoring your mother's wishes. He's a douchebag. He's Lucifer. All that stuff, and he wants to know about his dad. And he says like my father and this and that, and it was just interesting to watch. And it was just like I love the way this whole episode played out. Honestly, it was like it starts off with Mary saying she's not going back, which is really funny. With Dean, where it's like tell her, and he's like see, because he was just in the zone. But that was a funny conversation, but it was really good. And I was like, all right, she wants to stay. And then Sam's like, well, what if we just take everybody? And I was like, well, that's even crazier than her wanting to stay. I did not see that one coming. And then, of course, it works. Everyone's like, all right, well, they seem cool. Let's get out of here. We'll load up on weapons, load up on lore, load up on magic. Then we'll come back. We'll save our entire planet and everything will be great. I was like, okay, that's a cool idea. I'm curious to see where this is headed because I don't think it's going to be that, obviously, that nice and resolute by the end. So going into the ending, they have more stuff with Lucifer and Jack, and they're getting a bit closer. And then we have they have Ketch, and I don't know why the heck I'm forgetting the character's actual name, but Felicia Day's character was like drawing a total blank. I'm like, I should know her name after all these years. But both of them come back. We actually see an alternate version of Cass, where he was like kind of a Hitler-esque character. It was like that was kind of weird. I was like, the way they did the hair and the way he spoke a little bit was like kind of German. I was like, so did that version of the character just grow up in Germany? I guess I don't know. He was just a bad dude. I did love the fact that he was the interrogator. It took me back like 4 seasons when he I swear it was when they were like looking for Eve, and he tortured a guy, and he told them to leave, and he did something where he like put his hand like in the guy's body, and he came out of the room and like his whole arm was bloody, and he was like, he told me where it was. I was like, that was a really crazy scene, and we don't see what happened. Like I was just screaming, and then Cass came out and was like, I got it. So it instantly took me back to, I don't think that was the point, but that was like the first thing I thought when they had him as like the interrogator. It legitimately took me to that one scene because I always remember that sticking out about his character. It was like that one moment. That was like the first time, if I remember right, it was like the first time he ever did something that was like super, super dark, and we didn't really see it. So for some reason, I was just like, man, that was that scene, and then that's always in my mind anyway, because I was like, that was just an interesting moment for him. And then it was like, oh, here's alternate Earth Cass where he is the interrogator guy. So it took me back a couple of years, but I thought that was cool. Cass kills him super easy. It was like, we are the same. And it's just like boom, and that may have been another reference to that a little bit, where it's like, we're basically the same. Like we kind of just do what we have to do, and sometimes it's torture people, and sometimes it's kill the alternate version of yourself, and so everybody can escape. But save the good guys, escape with the rest of the good guys. We get to see Dean actually fix something up. We haven't seen that in a minute, not that I can recall at least. So he fixes the bus, everybody hops on, everybody goes, and then of course it's like, all right, let's single file line, everybody runs in. We need, of course, Gabriel, and we need Lucifer to stay behind, which you think they would have had Jack stay behind as well, but of course it was kind of a part of the plan. And unfortunately, if they did have Jack, they wouldn't have had to lose Gabriel, which sucked, because I was like, it made me think of something else that I can't specifically reference. It's just a very appropriate reference for the actual character, considering he was not always known as Gabriel. So I thought that was super funny, because I was like, that is an oddly timed release of this episode. And also the other thing that I can't specifically reference because I can't spoil it, but I was like, that is like the exact same situation. I don't think that Gabriel's coming back, so that sucked. But of course Lucifer is left behind at the end. I don't know what they were thinking, honestly. For a second I legitimately thought that Sam had like an angel blade on him, because he should have. but he just pushed him. It was like, you knew, how else did you think this would turn out? And he leaves them, and they all go. He gets through the portal, and it shuts down. And I'm just like, well, I didn't see that coming because, of course, like I think we all knew the very next scene was gonna be, he's not, Gabriel's not gonna kill, or not Gabriel. Michael's not gonna kill Lucifer. Like that's not about to happen. Like they're gonna end up teaming up, and of course that's exactly what happens. He's like, I've seen this spell. They get some berries, they get some blood, and this and that. So he knows the ingredients, he knows the spell, and they're gonna make it, and they're gonna just jump through. And I don't know how that's gonna play. I mean, it's just the two of them, but considering how powerful they both are, that is all they really need. Like it's like, I just want my son. You can have everything else. So I don't know what to expect, especially from the trailer, because there was this scene, like the very last clip was like Dean seemingly with like kind of juiced up with like superpowers, where he jumps into the air and he grapples with somebody. I'm just like, I don't know what the heck that was, but it should be a crazy finale. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. They really should have just killed Lucifer. That should have just been the plan. Like, let me just whip out this angel blade. It's not happening. Boom, you're dead. Jump through. Everything's good. Because, of course, Jack is going to find out about that. And that, I think, is going to lead to a bit of turmoil. And that might lead to, if they don't officially kill off Lucifer, which I don't think they'll do, especially with the storyline they got going, I don't think he's dead. I don't think he's going to die in the finale. But if they keep him around and he comes back, the first thing he's going to do, considering he lies and acts like the good guy anyway, the first thing he's going to do is actually be able to tell the truth. Like, hey, you saw me, team player, saving lives, doing this, doing that, driving the bus, and he pushed me to the ground when I was weak, and they left me behind on purpose. So that's the first thing he's going to say to Jack, and Jack won't be happy. So, I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I feel like in the next season they could end up having Jack kind of with Lucifer for a minute. So, I don't know. It should be pretty nuts. And they still have to have, because Jack's the only one that can do it, they still have to have him bring back those crazy rabbit creatures that Asmodeus was trying to bring back in the beginning of the season. So I don't know if that'll happen in the finale, but I feel like, if they keep Lucifer alive, he might be like, all right, we have no one to help us. Why don't we try to figure something out with this? And that's when we'll get that call back from the beginning of this season. But looking forward to it no matter what. Of course, really enjoyed this one. Naturally, I want to know what you guys thought about it. So please comment below. Let me know your favorite parts about it, at least favorite parts about it. And obviously, I just want to know, what are your predictions and hopes even for next week's season finale. Like I said, for me, Michael's toast. I don't know if they'll keep him. That would be really interesting if ultimately nobody died and it was just like, that was insane. All right, let's go into the next season and we have like two main villains who are insanely powerful working together. That would be nuts. But I just assume they killed off Asmodeus. They had Lucifer. They had Michael. It's like, all right, you got three enemies. They might just take it down to one. If they go to, I never know. I mean, they literally went up against God's sister. So every time I'm just like, I don't see how they can win that one. So they can do it. It's just another angel. So I guess it wouldn't mean anything. They went up against God's sister. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, I think Lucifer will survive. He'll tell Jack, and then Jack will end up siding with Lucifer by the end. He might not start killing people, but I think he'll at least want to leave with him, and Lucifer might just legitimately be like, okay, because Jack will of course be like, well, don't kill them because I still love them, but I'm mad at them, so let's take off. And I feel like that's how it'll play out. I think Michael is dead though, and I don't know what's going to happen with all the alternate Earth people. That's a really great excuse to keep those characters and have the actors come back, but it's hard to say. They would totally kill off some of them for sure. Some of those people are dead. It's 25 if I remember right, including Jesus, Bobby. I was legitimately, I don't know what my deal is right now. I'm going by all actor names for some reason. But including Bobby is 25, so it's like, all right, they're killing off a couple. Well, they killed off 3 already, so they don't even have 25, but they're gonna kill off most of those people. If they don't have a name, their name does not come up in the opening title credits, they're probably gonna be dead by the end of the next episode. So we might see alternate Bobby. We'll just have to see what happens, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. Like I said, want to know your predictions and of course what you thought about this episode in general, so please comment below, let me know, and thanks for watching.